Right now, a group of volunteers are helping the Muscatine County Disaster Coalition. Check it out. This was the scene as coalition and volunteers have spent the last 90 minutes helping move belongings out of downtown Muscatine buildings. It's been about 2 weeks since a stretch of buildings on 2nd Street were evacuated for structural concerns. And right now, there are still more questions than answers, including when businesses and residents can move back in, if at all. Earlier today, we spoke with the owner of Energy 108 Yoga, one of the impacted businesses, about all of this. Take a listen. All right, we're being joined by Lindsay Broders. Lindsay, thank you so much for being here with us. I want to start with you. Can you talk about when you opened Energy 108 Yoga and what kind of things you offer?
It's kind of crazy because when I started out in 2019, things were going really, really well, and things were really thriving and we were growing, and then the pandemic happened, and then I was told that, we can't go to work, we had to shut down our studio and like all the things. And like with all of this happening now, I kind of feel like I'm right back there again. I feel like I'm almost going through the same exact thing. It's almost like a trauma wound where it's like my space that I have has, my future has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with like just the power of people above me, my city, the politics of it. I mean, it's just crazy that I'm being told that I can't be in my building, and it's going to be an X amount of time before we might know what's going on. I mean, everything is just so like in the air and floating, and people don't really know what's going on. And it's, we've got deadlines on when we should know things by, but do we really know? So it's just, we're kind of back in like this floating era where it's like, so we don't really know exactly what's next. We just know that we need to keep going.
The second you said 2019, all my brain could think about was, oh my gosh. So she had to go through the pandemic and everything that came with that. And then it's like, finally, when you get back on your feet, now this happens. I mean, when did you first find out that you had to leave your building because of these structural concerns?
It was, let's see, not last Friday, but the Friday before. So 2 Fridays ago, I had taught yoga that day, and I went off and I was doing a lemonade stand with my kid, and then I got a call saying that there was a post on Facebook that we needed to get out, and then we were trying to call the city, and they said, yep, it's true, someone will be down there to talk to you eventually. And then we all went downtown, and we weren't quite sure if it was for the weekend or if it was for the week. And then it was quite a mess that first week, figuring out like, do we really need to get everything out? I mean, because it was one official saying, yes, you need to have everything out by the weekend. Another official saying like, oh, you'll have time next week. And, everything was so up in the air, and it was so confusing. And so I was a little disappointed about the communication of it all. And it seems like the city is trying to get it together when it comes to communication, with trying to figure all of this out. They ended up shutting down our block completely last week. So they're giving us some opportunities this evening and then later this week, where they're giving us just a couple-hour time frame for all of us to go in and finish getting the rest of our stuff out, because now it's looking like this is going to be a longer-term thing. It might even be next year before I can even get back in my building now. We really just don't know.
But in the meantime, you still have classes that you have to hold. You still have clients. You still have a business you have to run. So you guys have been getting creative.
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures. Yeah, still have bills to pay. And I've seen the pictures on Facebook of you guys holding yoga classes all over town. Where have you been so far?
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what I'm doing at this point. I'm just sharing spaces with other people, like just other businesses that are like, I'm not here on these days and these days, like come use it. And so I'm just going. And so it's been nice to be able to utilize like my friends' spaces of my other business owners downtown. And my main goal was to really try to stay downtown. I really just want to keep the love down here. I want to keep the traffic down here. But unfortunately, if this is going to be a longer term thing, which this is my whole dilemma I've been in the last 24 hours is, okay, all these spaces that I have are good for now, but for business wise, like making money for my family, I mean, this is what I do full time. And so I'm going to have to try to find something that's more stable, that I can have my regular classes at my regular times. And the hot yoga is the hard thing too, because the hot yoga is really what the business was built around. I mean, a lot of people like yoga in general, but hot yoga was the business. And that's what has led me to thrive and do this full time. And so we need to find a hot a home for hot yoga in Muscatine.
It seems from an outsider's perspective like the response you've gotten has been overwhelming in an amazing, wonderful way.
And in
to see the
amazing
pictures.
way. It really is.
Yeah, I was seeing the pictures of you guys all gathering on the lawn in downtown Muscatine. Like, what has it been like to have people show up for you like that?
It's truly shown me that I am exactly where I'm meant to be, doing exactly what I'm meant to do, because my whole thing is that, like, one of my slogans is that, like, we're all here to feel better on purpose. Like, you know, we do yoga, we breathe, we do all the things for stress relief and trying to, because the biggest thing is we're always trying to feel more resilient towards stress in our lives. And now it's really down to the wire where, okay, now the stress is high. How resilient are we? And we are really showing how resilient we are and how that we are all coming together. And like they know that this business is important to them. And so they want to make sure that they're doing all they can to keep it alive. And that just makes me feel so good, because like, this is my livelihood. This is what I do for a living. And so it really shows that what I'm doing matters, because these people are doing whatever they can to make sure that this business stays alive.
Lindsay, I know you have so much going on right now. I am so thankful for your time and being with us today and sharing your story. And please, keep us updated as things progress. We'd love to keep following along and cheering you on as you and your community get through this.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about it.
If you guys at home want to share this story or give resources to those affected by the evacuations in downtown Muscatine, you can head over to WQAD.com and the As Seen on TV tab.